Mayor Jones served for 8 years on the Garden Grove Planning Commission with several terms as chair and 10 years on the City Council prior to becoming mayor in 2016. He is the past president and current board member for the Garden Grove Community Foundation. He also serves as a board member for the Orange County Transportation Authority and Orange County Sanitation District. He has been an active member of the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce since 1999. In his professional life, he is the founder and president of Olympia Capital Corporation, a privately held asset management company formed in 2001. His community goal is to remain open and accessible to the public and play a unifying role among fellow council members and other community leaders in order to facilitate consensus on what actions should be implemented to keep Garden Grove the great place it is to live, work, and play. Mayor Jones sees Garden Grove as a microcosm of the global economy, setting an example for how all cities should celebrate the richness of cultural diversity and find strength in community peace and harmony. Considering his entrance from last year, I think he has a very high bar set, but it is my great honor to welcome Mayor Steve Jones.
Thank you, everyone, for allowing me the privilege of delivering the Garden Grove State of the City address here today. Before I begin our program, I'd like to pay a special tribute to a genuine hero who served our city with profound love, integrity, and dedication until his untimely passing last Sunday. Fire Chief Tom Schultz became Garden Grove's 13th fire chief on April 29, 2015, following a 30-year career with the Fullerton Fire Department, where he led their management team consolidation with the Brea Fire Department. For more than 25 years, he mentored future firefighters as an instructor at Santa Ana College, training students and academy recruits in fire technology. He held leadership positions in organizations such as the Orange County Fire Chiefs Association and chaired the committee that developed the county's active shooter policy, now being used by all Orange County fire departments. As a trusted leader and mentor, he was pivotal in refocusing and revitalizing the Garden Grove Fire Department at a time when it was most needed. He connected with this community on all levels and has had a warm smile and a firm handshake to go with his charismatic personality. As with every challenge he faced, he met the final one head on, knowing his family and his GGFD team had his back. Since his passing, I have seen the most tremendous outpouring of support for his family and his department from our community. Chief Tom Schultz has left an indelible impression in all of our hearts. He will be truly missed, but never forgotten for generations to come. Let's all please pause and share a brief moment of silence for his memory. Chief Schultz's Celebration of Life Memorial Service will take place on Wednesday, February 13th, 2 p.m. at the EV Free Church located at 2801 North Brea Boulevard in Fullerton. Thank you. Let's begin our program with a look back at some memorable moments from 2018.
One, two, three.
Shovels hit the dirt to commence construction of Steelcraft, an outdoor urban eatery fashioned out of repurposed shipping containers.
Being named the 2018 California Exemplary District for the County of Orange was a validation of the work of all of the GGUSD family.
The Garden Grove Unified School District received a prestigious recognition awarded to only 22 school districts across the state. The Garden Grove Strawberry Festival, which has donated $7 million to the community over the years, celebrated its 60th birthday in 2018.
60 amazing years! Yay!
The West Grove District was established and a study identified possible business opportunities for the area. And speaking of business, We celebrated the completion of Phase 1 of Brookhurst Place, the largest mixed-use project in Garden Grove to date.
I think this whole corner here really has a chance to transform and become something that we always hoped that it could be.
The city unveiled the 10th version of its website, this time as ggcity.org. Construction kicked off at the site of the old Village Center on Beach and Garden Grove Boulevard, so get ready for new restaurants, businesses, and affordable housing towards the end of 2019.
When people get off the freeway and they see this area, this will be their first impression of Garden Grove.
The city of Garden Grove celebrated the grand opening of Fire Station 6 at West Haven Park. The fully functional modern facility also includes a community room and a playground.
It's absolutely so exciting. Not only is it great for the whole city, but it's great for District 5 and for our community.
Construction officially began for OC Streetcar, the county's first modern electric streetcar that will run from Santa Ana to Garden Grove.
We're hoping this is just a start of a regional network to come around Orange County.
The excitement is building as the community weighed in on the redevelopment of the Willowick Golf Course, a 102-acre property, at a series of workshops called Envision Willowick. Mayor Steve Jones and council members Fat Bowie and Tuhan Nguyen were re-elected to City Council.
I, Steve Jones,
solemnly affirm
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemy,
foreign and domestic.
District 1 Council member Chris Beard is replaced by newcomer George Breitigam.
I'm excited, really excited. Hoping to get in there, roll up the sleeves, and get some work done for the city.
Also on the ballot, the local 1-cent sales tax, Measure O, and it passed. The tax increase is expected to generate $19 million annually, which will ultimately enhance public safety in Garden Grove.
Now, we finally got a chance to do something great, and the heavy lifting begins.
Well, I decided to surprise everyone and actually show up for my speech this year. What isn't a surprise is the pride we all share knowing that Garden Grove continues to move forward, stronger, wiser, with a true heart and an unyielding commitment to improve the future of this remarkable community. 2018 was an historical year. Historical in the sense that we celebrated several major milestones, achieved a number of firsts, and experienced things that made us realize how uniquely fortunate we really are. The video you just saw is one of many productions you'll see today from our Emmy Award-winning GGTV3. Yay. And they've planned something very special at the end of the program, so please stick around. I'd like to first thank the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity to speak today. I'd also like to thank Great Wolf Lodge and Chad McWhinney. Can I now ask my beautiful wife, Manavani, my two amazingly gifted children, Jaden and Ashton, my mom, my sister Linda, and the rest of my family members in attendance today, please stand for a quick acknowledgement. Garden Grove has an amazing city family who make things happen with quality and service every day. Let's hear it for the Garden Grove City staff. I've enjoyed the privilege of working alongside my wonderful City Council colleagues who genuinely share my love and enthusiasm for this city. Each of them wholeheartedly represents the interests of their respective districts and deserve recognition for so many of our city's successes. I'd like to take a moment to personally introduce your Garden Grove City Council leadership team. If I can ask them to remain standing after I read their names, and for the audience to please hold your applause until all the names are read. Starting with Mayor Pro Tem Stephanie Klopfenstein from District 5. Our newly elected District 1 Councilmember George Breitigam III. Councilmember John O'Neill from District 2. Councilmember Tuha Nguyen from District 3. Councilmember Patrick Fatboui from District 4, and Councilmember Kim Wynn from District 6. Let's show them our appreciation. I would also like to acknowledge our city management team, led by City Manager Scott Stiles, Deputy City Manager Maria Stipe, Community and Economic Development Director Lisa Kim, Community Service Director John Montanchez, Public Works Director Bill Murray, newly appointed Information Technology Director Anand Rao, and Human Resources Director Laura Stover. Thank you all for your brilliant leadership. One of the most significant events of 2018 was the passage of Measure O, a 1% sales tax increase that will shape the course of our city's future for years to come. The measure was passed by an astounding 65% of Garden Grove voters. That demonstrates the remarkably high level of trust and support this community has for their city. In the past, Garden Grove has always managed to get through hard times, but without the additional funds coming from Measure O, it would have been extremely difficult to keep pace with providing essential police services for our rapidly growing population. Measure O goes into effect this April, with funds available in July, and is estimated to provide an additional $19 million a year in funding for city services. Approximately 70% of annual Measure O funds have been earmarked for public safety, with 50% of the total, or approximately $9.5 million per year, being allocated to improve our police department. Soon after Measure was passed last year, City Manager Scott Stiles announced commencement of the Measure O Public Safety Plan. In this 5-point plan, the Garden Grove Police Department will hire 16 additional personnel, made up of 11 sworn police officers and 5 police support staff, on top of filling their normal vacancies. The additional sworn officers would make GGPD 179 officers strong, the highest it's ever been. Recruiting has already started, allowing us to begin filling these positions immediately once our fiscal year budget is approved in June. With new personnel comes the need for upgrades to existing police facilities, such as our 50-year-old police department headquarters. The process is already underway to hire design firms to plan out improvements covering the next 30 years. Another component of the plan expands efforts to assist our homeless community, starting with the addition of a full-time officer dedicated exclusively for the police department's Special Resources Team, or SRT, Homeless Task Force. Over the last year, the SRT has been effectively working with our local homeless and transient population to solve many long-standing issues. However, much work is still needed to remedy Orange County's homeless crisis. Along with the SRT, the city's Neighborhood Improvement Division administers the Federal Emergency Solutions Grant, or ESG program. This program allocates resources to homeless service providers to rehabilitate and operate emergency and transitional shelters, provide essential social services, and prevent homelessness. Information on these programs, as well as a list of local homeless service agencies, are now available under the Homeless Resources webpage at ggcity.org. The final point in the Measure O Public Safety Plan is to develop a community oversight committee. This committee will serve in an advisory capacity to ensure Measure O funding will be used for public safety and essential services as promised. The formal plan will soon be presented to the City Council for approval, followed immediately with implementation. Even though he's not here today, I'd like to commend Garden Grove Police Chief Todd Elgin. The safety of our community and our officers has always been Todd's #1 priority, and for his more than 32 years of service, he has placed every ounce of his efforts into making that happen. Thank you, Chief Elgin. Moving over to our fire department, last year marked another historic milestone in our city, completion of the new fire station #6. the first fire station to be built in 47 years. Located in Mayor Pro Tem Kloffenstein's District 5, the new station is a full-function 7,680 square foot facility that can accommodate up to 8 firefighters daily. Not only will it enhance fire protection services to East Side residents, schools, and businesses, it further serves the needs of millions of tourists who visit our Grove District Resort hotels. Over in our downtown area, Reimagine Garden Grove was hard at work last year, meeting goals to enhance public gathering spaces and identifying placemaking opportunities. One example was through the addition of another colorful giant Adirondack chair, this time in the Village Green, along with 10 normal-sized ones in Civic Center Park. For a little backstory on our Adirondacks, let's watch this next video.
I want the big chair.
They're bright, super-sized, and pretty comfortable, too. You've probably noticed the colorful Adirondack chairs placed around Garden Grove, and you may have also wondered why.
Oh my God, that's a big chair.
Well, it all started with Garden Grove resident Melody Van Horbeck and her son Taylor.
Every year for my cancer-free anniversary, he would do something for me. And one year I kind of nudged him towards the Adirondack chair.
It didn't take long for other city residents to take notice, including Mayor Steve Jones.
And I finally worked up the nerve to just go knock on her door one day and ask her about it, and ask if she would mind if we borrowed the idea to bring into our downtown Reimagine program.
That's when the city decided to partner with the Southwest Carpenters Training Fund in Buena Park, where local apprentices could master their skills while lending a hand to the community.
This is a great opportunity for our apprentices to learn how to build, take measurements, put stuff together, and then something later on, it's tangible because you can go back to like Civic Center and see what you did.
The hard work didn't stop there. It took some serious muscle to transport the 600-pound, 10-foot-long giant seats. From Village Green to Civic Center, the city hopes the colorful chairs will become somewhat of a landmark for downtown Garden Grove.
We wanted people to think about the downtown in a different way, not being just Main Street, but extending all the way from 9th Street over to Nutwood. And the Adirondack chairs just came forward as that opportunity to say, you know you're in downtown when you see the oversized Adirondack chairs and regular sized Adirondack chairs in multiple colors throughout the downtown area.
In the future, the city will unveil a mobile museum in this downtown area, where visitors will be able to scan a QR code with their cell phone and brush up on some Garden Grove history.
So cool. And the work doesn't stop there. 7 new Adirondack benches will become part of a mobile museum around the downtown area using #MobileMuseum. And colorful, contemporary, community-inspired art projects that include murals, sculptures, and paintings will dot the fresh new face of our downtown area. Thanks, Jen and Elena, for finding ways to bring so much heart and soul to Garden Grove through the arts. Showcasing our local artistic talent and serving as a precursor to the next Open Streets event in 2020, the city and the Garden Grove Unified School District will host the Reimagine Art in the Park event on Saturday, March 16th in the Village Green and Courtyard Center. The Friday before, LFA will host a performance by Stephen Marley at the Garden Amp. Plans are in the works for activities to begin the week prior during GGUSD's 41st annual First Impressions Art Show, leading up to the main event on Saturday. So watch for more information coming soon. Another Reimagine plan in the hopper is the continuation of a bicycle and pedestrian trail along the former Pacific Electric right-of-way, owned by OCTA. The current trail, part of a pilot project unveiled at the 2014 Open Streets event, ran from Nelson to Stanford. Now, thanks to a $1.8 million Caltrans Active Transportation Program grant, plans are underway to extend the trail all the way to Brookhurst. The full build-out of the trail will connect to the Orange County Loop, the planned 66-mile trail that links to some of SoCal's most scenic beaches and inland riches. Construction is anticipated to begin at the end of this year, with a ribbon cutting to coincide with Open Streets 2020. On Main Street, E Patisserie has doubled in size by adding the Finn Smith Cafe, while Louis is pursuing the addition of an enclosed outdoor seating area. And a 3-story work-live project called Smallwood Plaza is in the works. At the Gem Theater, the city recently approved a 10-year agreement with One More Productions for the exclusive use of the theater. Coming soon to the Civic Center on Garden Grove Boulevard will be The Center by Far West Industries, offering 16 2- and 3-story townhomes, including 2 live-work units. Lab Holdings is moving forward with their Cottage Industries project to commercially repurpose a number of early 1900s craftsman homes in the Acacia Parkway neighborhood and opening their first phase called Farm Block this summer. From the bottom of my heart, thank you Shaheen, Chris, and Roman for hanging in there. No one in the whole wide world gets placemaking quite like you guys, and I am eternally grateful for the game-changing movement you're about to bring to Garden Grove. Then right behind City Hall, there's this edgy new watering hole and foodie hangout made up of 21 shipping containers and a tenant lineup unlike anything we've ever seen in Garden Grove, including their latest addition, Barrio, offering the homey feel of Filipino barbecue at a healthier, elevated level for modern diners. Also, a burger joint called The Penalty Box by ice hockey legend Teemu Solani. In case you haven't noticed, Teemu is in the house. Can you please stand for a moment, Teemu? And today I'm proud to announce that the tentative grand opening date for Steelcraft Garden Grove is May 23rd, 2019. So within a few short months, if you're wondering why I'm not in City Hall, you may want to check next door at Steelcraft. That's probably where you'll find me spending my working lunches. Stay in the know in all things Steelcraft by following them on Facebook at Steelcraft LB. Our city's hospitality industry remains strong, leading the way for continued growth of our Grove District resort area. Upcoming Disney projects, such as the June grand opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Disneyland's biggest land to date, is just downright neighborly. Thank you, Anaheim, for all the magic you sprinkle upon Garden Grove. The BN Group is slated to break ground for a new 124-room Home 2 Suites by Hilton in February. And a block further south will be the new home for Garden Grove Kia, relocating from Garden Grove Boulevard, which will be open within the next few months. We are truly fortunate and thankful for what the Grove District provides our city. Year after year, our hotels continue to be our city's biggest performers. Giving back to the community is another thing the Grove District does very well, as one of our city's most generous charitable sponsors. Last year, the Garden Grove Tourism Promotion Corporation, the city's marketing arm for the Grove District, awarded $100,000 in sponsorships to 4 very deserving nonprofits that do wonderful work for our community. Let's have a look. It's a privilege to be here today to celebrate the true meaning of service, giving back, and paying it forward.
Elected officials, hotel executives, and community members gathered at the Marriott Suites in the Grove District Anaheim Resort to honor 4 outstanding local nonprofits in a big way.
Their exceptional service to the community is further exemplified by their selection as recipients to the $25,000 sponsorships.
And it's all thanks to the Garden Grove Tourism Promotion Corporation, which generated close to $26 million in hotel and sales tax last year.
It gives the Garden Grove Tourism and Promotion Corporation the ability to give back what is most important to Garden Grove, its community.
The honorees at the Garden Grove Tourism Cares event included the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove, OC Food Bank, the Garden Grove Community Foundation, and Hope.
This check is like a gift from God. This is the greatest thing. It's actually the largest donation we've ever received from one group.
Knight, who founded Hope 20 years ago, says the money will help immensely.
We'll continue to serve the city of Garden Grove. We'll continue to take in families that are homeless. We'll continue to serve the children that are hungry.
The Boys and Girls Club of Garden Grove serves 5,000 kids daily, and they are beyond grateful for the support.
It's an incredibly supportive grant for us. We're going to put it to work for the kids. And the reality is we just appreciate so much the commitment to our organization from GGTPC. Thank you so much.
And it's a win-win for everyone, including the president of the GGTPC himself.
It makes me feel great. I have 7 years, invested in this community and where I make my living, and I couldn't be happier.
Thanks, Jim Durslag and the GGTPC for your kind generosity in giving back to our community. Another example is a recent newcomer, Bracken's Kitchen, led by world-class chef Bill Bracken, who offers a unique form of philanthropy to feed the hungry. Bracken's undertakes a food recovery program that provided over 140,000 meals last year, with hopes of doubling that number in 2019. This year, Bracken's Kitchen will partner with Grove District Hotels to bring their culinary training program to underprivileged youth in our community. Bill, can I ask you to stand for a round of applause? Where are you? Talking about great kitchens, let's look at some delicious new eateries in District 4, represented by Councilmember Patrick Fat Bowie. Everyone knows the best Vietnamese food is found right here in Garden Grove, right? Of course, right. Well, Ock and Lao upholds that claim by opening a second restaurant at the former Berdard's location behind the Mall of Fortune. And soon to come at Brookhurst and Westminster is the revolving sushi bar, Kura. Also on Brookhurst is the city's largest residential and commercial mixed-use development, Brookhurst Place. Last July, the city and Kam Sang Company celebrated the grand opening of Phase 1. At the completion of Phase 2, the project will offer 462 additional apartment homes, 58 for-sale condominiums, and up to 200,000 square feet of commercial and retail space, plus a 100-key hotel. Hey, what's that huge rusty structure back there? Now called the Garden Brook Senior Village, it is scheduled to break ground on February 12th. So no more rusty skeleton jokes, please. Continuing down the boulevard, we arrive at the Village at Beach. Breaking ground last September, this mixed-use project encompasses the city of Stanton and Garden Grove. Thank you, Mayor Dave Schauber, for being here. With a planned fall 2019 opening, the retail center will feature an In-N-Out burger, Raising Cane's, Chase Bank, and Planet Fitness, among others. At the end of our new projects road trip is District 1, belonging to our newest council member, George Brightigan. Where you at? One word to describe our Valley View business corridor, called the West Grove Business District, is opportunities. A recent market assessment of the West Grove Business District by the nonprofit land use organization Urban Land Institute showed that the development of identity branding, zoning overlays, community vision and engagement, and local spending would open new opportunities for long-term economic vitality of the Valley View business corridor. Tapping the West Side potential is Cinemas Management, Inc., by investing $12 million into developing the 40-year-old Starlight 4-star cinemas and adjoining mall and renaming it West Grove Center. Located near the corner of Valley View and Chapman, the theater's 4 screens will ultimately become 12, along with a new sit-down restaurant, a car wash, a Jack in the Box, and up to 10,000 square feet of added food space. Look for a big grand opening in the spring. Last October, I had the pleasure of inaugurating and touring the amazing new 208,000 square foot facility belonging to Southland Industries and Envise on Western Avenue. As one of the nation's largest building systems experts, their fantastic growth in our city is extremely impressive and exciting. Congratulations. In addition to making major developments happen in our city, the Office of Economic Development continues to directly assist our business community with valuable programs and resources with proven results. Last June, family-owned Tam's Restaurants and Sandwiches opened its doors on Brookhurst, thanks in part to the city's small business loan program. The Broker Outreach Program offers one-on-one meetings with local brokerage firms interested in expansion, relocation, or startup opportunities, and valuable business workshops in partnerships with the SBDC, SCORE, GoBiz, and Trade Connect provide the tools and information needed to keep businesses moving forward in Garden Grove. In the coming months, the Office of Economic Development will collaborate in relaunching the city's existing Shop Local program called Buy in Garden Grove, or BIG. A new multifunctional GIS-based webpage, more shopper incentives, special seasonal promotions and giveaways, and Grove District staycation packages will make buying in Garden Grove even bigger and better than before. Businesses can list for free by offering a special discount or buyer incentive. Construction continues on the northwest corner of Lewis Street and Garden Grove Boulevard for Gardenia by Shea Homes. The grand opening of the 70 single-family detached residential units takes place on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And on the west side of Boaro Street, south of Chapman, 2 modern buildings offering a total of 17 attached townhomes are nearing completion. Programs designed to bridge the high cost of owning a home are welcoming more homeowners to Garden Grove. The city's first-time homebuyer program provides qualifying families with up to $75,000 to purchase their first home in Garden Grove. The Workforce Initiative Subsidy for Homeownership Grant, or WISH, is a forgivable grant that matches $3 for every dollar the buyer puts towards their down payment. And the Cal Home Loan is a 30-year deferred secondary mortgage that provides additional funding for home buyers who are unable to secure the full amount of financing through a traditional mortgage. The Senior Home Improvement Grant Program provides up to $5,000 for eligible seniors over 62 who need help fixing up their homes to alleviate health and safety concerns and code violations. Working to raise the quality of life for a local neighborhood led to an award-winning project for the city. Last September, the League of California Cities honored the city of Garden Grove with the Helen Putnam Award for Excellence. This was for the city's revitalization efforts of the Palma Vista neighborhood. The effort was led by the city's Neighborhood Improvement Committee, chaired by Police Chief Todd Elgin, and comprised of representatives from several city departments. The goals were to engage, enhance, and empower the neighborhood. The results were lower crime rates, more attractive surroundings, well-maintained properties, stronger community partnerships, and a beautiful community mural, and a newfound sense of neighborhood pride. Great job, Allison and Nate, for bringing it all together. And let's give our Community and Economic Development Director, Lisa Kim, and her staff, along with District 2 Councilmember John O'Neill, a round of applause. Also, thank you, Living Spring Church, for your involvement in that wonderful program. If challenges build character, then our financial concerns of 2018 made us one heck of a charismatic city. Despite all the great things that were happening, there were dark clouds looming ahead, creating the need to make some tough decisions. 5% citywide budget cuts for the next 2 fiscal years that included cuts to service, early retirement incentives, hiring freezes, and pension reform. And while we've been blessed with a community life preserver that's gotten us safely to shore, we plan to continue living within our new normal. 5% budget reductions will stay in place, and vacancies created by our early retirements will remain unfilled for now. 2019 will be a year for rebuilding, reprioritizing, and reciprocating the support of our community. Well, this seems like a great time for a feel-good video. Let's catch up with the good works of our animal care services as they begin their 3rd year of outstanding service.
Sadie is one happy, high-energy pup. The 2-year-old Pomeranian mix loves playing in her backyard, but she can also be a bit rambunctious. So when she saw the gate was open, she went on an adventure her owner won't soon forget.
Utter panic, just complete panic.
Amy Mitchell launched a search, calling out for Sadie, but the precocious pup was nowhere to be found.
I was scared that she was gonna get hit by a car, scared that, maybe some stranger was gonna pick her up.
Darkness fell, so Mitchell began making a flyer to share with Garden Grove's new animal care services, hoping they'd have better luck bringing Sadie home. The next morning, she saw their truck drive past her mother's house.
We just followed that truck down the street to see, if it was Sadie.
And it was.
As soon as I saw my little puppy, I ran out and I'm like, Sadie, Sadie. They were actually gonna bring her back to me. They weren't gonna take her away to the shelter.
Contrary to popular belief, we actually don't like taking the dogs to the shelters. It does stress the dogs out, and we would prefer to get the dogs back to them very quickly.
Garden Grove's Animal Care Services makes it their mission to get pets back where they belong, with as little trauma as possible for pets and their owners.
The feeling of reuniting a dog with its owner never gets old.
Spin, Mello, spin.
Irene Pedraza can't imagine life without Mello, but Mello snuck out the front door of her family's home and took off. She was found by a community service officer at the Buena Clinton Youth and Family Center.
She was such a sweet dog.
Reina Rosales contacted Animal Care, telling them she would offer Mello a foster home until her owner could be found. In the meantime, a flyer was made and posted both in the center and online. And a family member who saw that flyer instantly knew it was Mello.
I think Garden Grove Animal Care is excellent. They are the best.
But they can't do it without the help of pet owners who are encouraged to have their best friends licensed and microchipped. Animals with these forms of identification save Garden Grove residents time, money, and heartache, while reducing the numbers that need to be housed at the Orange County Humane Society.
The times that we do find microchips, it is like finding gold for us, because that's the quickest step to us getting that dog reunited.
Because our pets are family, and because families need to stay together, Garden Grove Animal Care Services is keeping the community safe, happy, and full of puppy love.
What they do is great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm pretty sure Mello's happy and says thank you too.
We've seen some incredible stories like these coming out of animal care services. They've reunited countless animals with their owners, which has thankfully spared the lives of so many missing pets. Besides taking care of our pets, Public Works also took care of our streets, sewers, parks, commercial buildings, facilities, as well as continuing important outreach to our communities, eliminating graffiti, and applying for and receiving a number of state and federal grants. One major public works project currently underway is a citywide energy efficiency modernization project with Siemens Industries that will basically pay for itself in reduced energy costs and in the long run, save on energy bills and maintenance. Improvements being made to all city parks and facilities encompass new LED lighting, electrical upgrades, energy efficient heating, ventilation and air conditioning systems, and system control upgrades. Huge thanks go out to our Public Works Director, William Murray, for that light bulb. Enhancing your local infrastructure doesn't always make the national headlines, unless you've got a streetcar coming through your city. You've been hearing about it for the last several years. The OC streetcar is coming. Well, last November, OCTA reached dual milestones by breaking ground on the project and signing a $149 million full funding grant agreement with the FTA. The construction phase now begins for the 4.1 mile route from the Santa Ana Regional Transportation Center to a new multimodal hub at Harbor and Westminster in Garden Grove. The streetcar is scheduled to begin operations in late 2021 and is expected to carry approximately 7,300 passengers per day within its first year of operation. One of the possible future stops along the OC streetcar route is the 102-acre Willowick Golf Course site. There is a golden opportunity between the cities of Garden Grove and Santa Ana to redevelop the property. Located in the city of Santa Ana and owned by the city of Garden Grove, this shared universe offers endless possibilities for both cities to boldly go where we've never gone before. Last fall, both cities collaboratively hosted a series of community workshops to gain ideas needed to create a Willowick visioning plan. Just last evening, both cities sat down for a second joint study session, discussing the outcome of various community town hall meetings, among other topics. It's going to be a fascinating journey, and if we play our cards right, Willowick could become the greatest economic development windfall for both Garden Grove and Santa Ana in the years to come. Technological advancements, like many things in life, has its goods and its bads. For example, our ongoing implementation of the city's enterprise resource planning software, renamed City Intelligence, will enhance our operational efficiency, facilitate transparency, improve internal controls, and integrate administrative business functions. That's good, huh? The bad is that as technology becomes more sophisticated, it becomes a greater threat to our digital security, leading to cyber attacks, data breaches, and identity theft. Thankfully, our information technology team has come to the rescue. Through their proactive approach to network security that involves detection tools, employee training, and an effective incident response plan, they reduce the risk of costly recovery measures and the breach of information. And that's really good. Let's keep the Technology Fest going by watching a short video on our redesigned website and renamed URL. It's a short one, so don't blink or you'll miss it.
You wanted more services, more resources, and more accessibility. Now, with input from the community, the new ggcity.org is born. Open source with a clear blueprint, Garden Grove's information technology team has created the optimal website experience.
Clickable banner landmark City of Garden Grove logo. Search box edit search.
Specifically curated portals take users where they want to go from any device. Intuitive navigation makes ggcity.org a powerful tool that can be held in the palm of your hand. This 10th generation looking glass puts the resources and services important to you right at your fingertips. Try it now. ggcity.org.
That was another great video production from our Emmy Award-winning GGTV3. Please give it up for Marie, Jeff, and the lovely Rachel. With so much going on in our daily lives, enjoying quality time with our families or doing something healthy or fun for ourselves become higher priorities. At each of your table settings, You'll find information about taking a survey and attending community meetings to help the city create a 15-year Parks, Recreation, and Facilities Master Plan. It's important to complete the survey so residents and park users can offer feedback on what they'd like to see for our future parks and facilities. A portion of the funding for these improvements may be coming from Prop 68, the Parks, Environment, and Water Bond, which was passed by California voters last June. The survey can be accessed on your phones using the QR code. The deadline to complete the survey online is Friday, February 8th, 2019. Just go to our website at, what was it again? ggcity.org or ggcity.org/parksurvey. Community meetings will be held on Saturday, February 9th at 11 a.m. or Thursday, February 21st at 6 p.m. Last year, we saw a number of park enhancements, including a new community room and playground at the West Haven Park, new lighting installed in several of our parks, and a new shade structure added to Atlantis Play Center in Tuha's District 3. Give it up for Tuha. We also had the pleasure of having Major League Soccer player Lee Nguyen host a soccer camp and invite some of our lucky Garden Grove youngsters to participate. In early spring, the department and the city will celebrate a very special occasion, the unveiling of a bust honoring Garden Grove icon Jack Whalen at Atlantis Play Center. Jack Wallen had a very special connection to Garden Grove Parks, especially Atlantis Play Center, which he helped conceive, design, and physically build. He was a remarkable human who left behind an incredible legacy and will always have a place of honor here in our city. Jack was also a founding board member of the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Association. Last year, the Strawberry Festival celebrated 60 years. Congratulations to the association on that magnificent accomplishment. We're all looking forward to attending this year's festival themed Celebrating Family. We can't talk about our quality of life without talking about the exceptional quality of our beloved Garden Grove Unified School District. "2018 was a banner year for the district, not only because of their colorful street banners featuring college-bound high school graduates, but also because of their many history-making accomplishments. The first and only district in Orange County to be named a California Exemplary District. 11 schools named as California Distinguished Schools, more than any other district in Orange County, and third highest in California. For the first time ever, all 7 high schools named to the U.S. News and World Report's elite rankings of America's best high schools. And Bell Intermediate receiving the School to Watch Award, which is California's top honor for high-performing middle schools. Would GGUSD Superintendent Gabriella Maffei and other GGUSD representatives please stand so that we can acknowledge our amazing Garden Grove Unified School District? And now, I want to share with you a special performance by Garden Grove's own Foundations Dance Academy under the direction of Chrissy Van Alsberg. Take it away, dancers.
Lead the way to the stars. Leave a trail, I'll follow you.
Hey, come over here. I want to tell you how we, my family and me, came to Garden Grove. A long time ago, my dad drove into town from far away. He loved the place and called it a microcosm, with big city advantages and the small town feel, like walking down Garden Grove Main Street.
Don't ever give up. There's a world in front of you.
I hear he met my mom at a concert at the Village Green. They loved riding bikes, going out to eat worldwide cuisine in the local restaurants, just hanging out. And oh yeah, the Strawberry Festival each spring. Mom and Dad got help from the city and started their own business, fixing up cars and painting them. But there were a lot of other things they could have done here if they wanted to. Well, one thing led to another. Mom and Dad got married, and then they decided to have me. I don't think they had any idea how to handle a kid like me. I think I drove them crazy, but they settled down, and I think I'm raising them pretty well. One of the reasons we stay here in Garden Grove is the schools. Dad says the Garden Grove Unified School District is great, and I need to get the best education. I have so many amazing friends. They are all shapes, sizes, and colors. My parents call it diversity, but to me, they're just nice people. My mom says Garden Grove is safe, but they're working to make it even safer. She says all 6 districts of the city should benefit from the new public safety plan and more police. The city is safe, but it is also fun. Our family finds all kinds of epic things to do together. There's something for everyone. I plan to grow up, graduate, and settle down right here in Garden Grove too. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm having a great time right now.
And with that, we've arrived at the end of our program. Thank you all again for being here today and making Garden Grove the special place that it continues to be. Please drive safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.